It's official. Rotation is coming in Disney Lorcana. But what does that mean? Let's break it all down and talk about what to expect moving forward. Hello there, welcome back. My name is Donald, aka the Scruffy Looking Gamer, and today we're going to talk all about rotation. What is rotation? I know Lorcana has a lot of new players and they may not be familiar with how rotation works. So we're going to break everything down into kind of simpler terms and for people who just haven't been around, and talk about what you need to know about rotation. So first of all, how does rotation work? Well, we currently will have 8 sets in Lorcana. All 8 sets are currently legal to play in Core Constructed, which is the main format of Lorcana, the only format of Lorcana at this time. But with the release of Set 9, Fabled, we will implement rotation. And what that means is sets 1 through 4 will no longer be playable in Core Constructed. So only sets 5 through 9 will be Core Constructed legal. Now, there's a lot of asterisks to that. There's a lot of caveats of what that means. And we're going to break that down in a second. But let's talk about why we need rotation. Why does rotation matter? Basically, if there is no rotation and they just keep printing sets going on and on and on, then cards have to get better in those sets than the cards we already have, or they're not going to sell any sets. Nobody's going to buy a set where the cards are all worse than the cards we already have, or the cards are on the same par but don't really add anything to what we already have. Arcasia's Island really was the first set to mix things up, and that was only because of the dual ink cards. Only because they were able to push the power level a little bit on those cards for specific archetypes to really make those cards matter. But if we don't have rotation, they just keep printing the same stuff over and over and over, the game dies. I mean, nobody's going to buy sets. Nobody's going to want the cards. So in order to keep that from happening, what they do is called power creep. Power creep is prevalent in Magic, especially, where cards just keep getting better and better and better. And Magic has rotation, but still power creep has been an issue in Magic for a long time. Your cards just keep pushing the envelope with how good they get. And when they get that good, then that pushes the old cards out of the format anyway. You don't want to play with cards that are worse than what they're printing. I mean, that's just how it works. So rotation, whether it's called rotation or whether they just power creep all the cards out, rotation happens regardless. It's something that is inevitable. I don't know why people think that rotation is the end of the world. Some might not like it because the cards that they have aren't playable right now. Asterisks, we're going to talk about that. But they are still playable. There's an infinity format. And then there's something that is called reprints. They have already said that Fabled will have reprints. And those reprints are going to come from sets 1 through 4, the sets that are rotating out. So how does that work in correlation with rotation? We know for a fact Rockstar Stitch, printed in first chapter, is being reprinted in Fabled. So Rockstar Stitch, which normally would have rotated out once rotation hits, will now still be legal once rotation hits, because he's printed in a set that is in the rotation block. So one thing that confuses people is, well, I have to have my set 9 Stitch, Rockstar Stitch, in order to play it because the set 1 Stitch rotated out. That's not how that works. Your cards that you still have from set 1, if they are reprinted in a later set, you can still play your set 1 cards. They're not just gone forever. You can play, if it's printed in set 37, you can still play a card that was printed in first chapter. That's It's got the same name. It might even have new artwork, but that doesn't matter. It's got the same name. It's the same mechanics. It's the same card. Whatever printing you want to use is fine. People currently play with Enchanted's versions of cards. That's okay. It's the same card. It's, you can play whichever version you want. So coming in set 9, if you want to play your first chapter Rockstar Stitch, if you want to play your the set championship promo Rockstar Stitch, if you want to play the set 9 Rockstar Stitch, it doesn't matter. Play it. It's up to you. Whatever you want to play. So the Infinity format. This format is non-rotating. Will be every card from every set that is printed from now to the end of time, essentially. And those cards are all going to be it's the same format we have now. Essentially, Infinity is what we already have, and we're adding core constructed when we get rotation. It's a weird way to think about it, but the format of Infinity does not change from what we have right now already, basically. We will add some new cards to it. Some decks that already exist will get a new card or two. It's the same format. They have said that they are going to support Infinity, which means we are going to see Infinity constructed at the DLCs. We're going to see Infinity constructed. I know personally at my store, we're going to have core constructed one night. We're going to have Infinity constructed another night. We're going to have both formats because some people might want to play one over the other. Some people might want to play both. It's more ways to play is not a bad thing. But, I mean, it might split the player base as far as which one they prefer, but I'm willing to bet that most people would be fine playing in both. And if you have a core constructed deck, it's also legal in Infinity because all the cards are legal there. So you can play your same deck in both formats if you want. Speaking of set champs, right now set champs are core constructed format. They're saying they're going to support the Infinity. They did mention they will do it at DLCs. Will they allow us as stores to hold the type of format we want for set champs? Can we do our set champs as core constructed, or can we do our set champs as Infinity constructed? That will be the real test, I think, on whether or not they're supporting this format. If they give us the option to be able to choose how we want to run our set champs. I think they need to. I think they really need to do that. Magic used to do that with their store championships. You could pick what format you wanted. Then they said, well, we want you to do this format. Then they said, well, actually, store championships have to all be standard. And then store championships kind of died. So I don't think telling us what format is best for us is how that works. We know our communities. We know what our people like to play. Let us choose what formats we want our set champs to be. I think that's a huge thing if they're really going to be supporting. Metagame health. Like I said, playing the same deck. I've been playing red-blue since set 2, I think, and I'll add one new card to it when it comes around. And I just got tired of playing like that. I got tired of playing the same deck over and over. So this current format, I've made it a point to play a different deck every week, and it's the most fun I've had in a long time. Playing new decks, playing new cards that you don't normally play, it's fun. It's how you keep the activity like fresh and new, and encourages you to build something new, to have fun, to think outside the box. And it's also fun to sit down across from somebody and they're like, what in the world are you playing? I've never seen this before. That's right, you've never seen it before because I just came up with it. So I think it's only good for metagame health to be able to have a rotation. So like I said, in set 9, we'll get rotation. Sets 5 through 9 will be legal. Then we'll add set 10, it'll be legal. We'll add set 11, it'll be legal. We'll add set 12 will be legal. I don't know if I said illegal. I meant legal. All those sets will be legal moving forward. We won't see rotation again until set 13. At that time, when set 13 comes out, we'll have 8 sets in core constructed. Sets 5 through 12 will all be legal. And then at set 13, we will rotate out 5, 6, 7, and 8. And so those will go into the Infinity, and we'll only then do 9 through 13 until we add 14 and 15 and 16 and 17. so forth and so on. So we will see that pattern continue. It'll keep sets in standard or in core constructed for depending on when it's released. I mean, it could be up to 2 years that a set will stay in the format. So they stay around for a while. People are worried about the price of their cards dropping. I mean, cards aren't really holding their value currently unless it's being highly played. I mean, we used to see Sad Beast was $50 for the longest time when he was played. It's not really played anymore, so you can get that card for nothing now. Same with Robin Hood, that from the same set. Price dropped like crazy. Diablo was $50. Then he fell to 20. I think I picked mine up at like 18 or 19 bucks for there at one point. It all is just depending on what's being played. So those cards prices are going to fluctuate anyway. And in Magic, for instance, some of the cards that have the highest value are those cards that are played in that Eternal format, not the ones playing in Standard in the recent sets. It's the cards that were printed 5 years ago that are still being played. I mean, those cards are still going to hold their value. People are panic selling their sets. Now's a good time to pick up cards because they're going to be low, and then people are going to realize, oh wait, I can still play with these cards. Oh wait, they just reprinted this card in set 9. Oh wait, they just reprinted it in set 10. I can play it again. Set 11 just came out. They reprinted this card from first chapter. I can play it again. And people are going to go out and try and buy all their cards back that they sold for nothing. Don't panic sell. It's not, I mean, unless you're just like, I'm done, I'm getting out of the game completely, never coming back. Sure, get rid of your stuff. If you plan to stay around and keep playing, don't panic sell your cards from sets 1 through 4. Just don't do it. You're going to regret it later. But I mean, that's my advice as a long time TCG player. I've seen it happen many times. Don't do it. You'll regret it. But so yeah, that's rotation. Hits with set 9. 1 through 4 go out. We'll have 2 formats, Infinity and Core Constructed. I think that's pretty much it. If you have questions about rotation, please put them down in the comments. I'd be happy to answer your questions if I left anything out. Set rotation is new to some people, and that's fine. It's okay to ask questions. Lorcana should be a friendly community game, and we should be able to help other players out. We should be able to take the knowledge that we have from years and years of other TCGs and apply it to this. So if you want to know anything about rotation, if you don't want to put it in the comments, send me a DM or something. I'll be happy to answer it. And yeah, let me know what you think about rotation. Is rotation the worst thing to ever happen? Is it the best thing to ever happen? Or do you just don't care? I mean, you're still going to keep playing anyway. I mean, it's important to note, you can still play however you want to play, sitting at home at your kitchen table with your friends and family. No one is going, Ravensburger is not going to show up to your house and say, you can't play that card. It's not how that works. So your cards are not worthless. Keep playing. Enjoy the game. Enjoy the community. Have fun, most importantly. And yeah, if you enjoyed the content, please give me a like. Give me a subscribe. I'm trying to push to 250 subs. So I'd really appreciate if you could hit that subscribe button if you're still hanging around. And we'll see you next time.